Light the fuse, bring the boom. 4, 3, 2, 1. I am Rossi Drip from Cultaholic Wrestling, your reigning and defending Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. And welcome to our Revolution 2022 predictions. What on earth is this?
I want to be a cowboy, baby! Hello, I am Andrew from Cultaholic Wrestling, your resident cowboy man. How you doing today,
I'm alright, I'm alright. I remember
okay?
last month, put that thing down. Just put it down,
Your
it's
face would
okay.
look
I've done nothing,
really
man.
good
Before
there.
you do that, though, I've got something to tell you. Because ask me how I got to work today.
How did you get to work today?
I got the Met Row. And who did I see on the Met Row?
Who did you see on the Metro?
I saw on the Metro one of your bros. One of your bros, Andy, who is now one of my hoes. Ho number 1, stand up. Look who it is, everybody. It's Dick Tubbs of Metro, formerly of Metro, because I know there's one way to that man's heart. And what is that thing there, Dick Tubbs?
Sausage roll.
He bloody loves a sausage roll. So if you try to pang me with that thing there, he'll pang you with his fists, right? Left, right, coma. Let's crack on with the predictions. Rootin' tootin' cowboy, mother bleeper. Ha ha! First up on the buy-in, we have Hook versus QT Marshall. And before we do our predictions, Andrew, are you okay with this news here? Look at him. What a stallion, eh?
He is a stud.
You know what I say to that?
What do you say?
Deal with it.
How long have you been working on
Whoa! Hook or QT Marshall? Who are you picking and why?
Hook, I think, buy-in, start off the show, Hook and QT Marshall. Hook gets a very quick win, one and done, that's it. Kick off the pay-per-view in the right fashion.
It's a kick and a punch for the 6th of the month. Is it the 6th when this pay-per-view happens?
Yes, it is.
So maybe 6 kicks, 6 punches, Hook wins, we bugger off. And hopefully QT buggers off too.
Fingers crossed. Next up in the buy-in, we have Kris Statlander versus Leyla Hirsch. And who are you going for, Ross?
I am going for Kris Statlander to win this one because on this week's Dynamite, we saw Kris Statlander promise we'd see a brand new side to her that we've never ever seen before. Could this mean she is no longer going to be an alien?
No,
I reckon so.
Really?
Because the alien stuff isn't really working, is it, here in 2022?
I guess not.
I'm not
Fair
saying
enough.
that because, oh, she's an alien. How can you have an alien when we have Undertakers and stuff because they're really realistic? I'm not saying that, no. I'm just saying she's not really resonating, is she?
Okay.
With the crowds.
Nice.
Therefore, I reckon a change is coming. And she murdered Leyla Hirsch in the debut with that line about being an orphan and there's a reason why your mom gave you up. So I reckon this new badass Kris Statlander will be continuing to be more badass and she'll win. Who are you picking and why?
I'm going for Leyla Hirsch because I think the feud is still going to continue. Other than that, I mean that's just my pick.
Continue.
I think it's going to continue.
It's been going on for ages.
It's not been going on for too long.
Ages.
Not ages.
Couple of months.
A month at least, ish, something like that. Leyla Hirsch.
First match on the main card, we have Jade Cargill defending her TBS championship against Tai Conti. Who are you picking and why?
I'm going for Jade Cargill because she's on this winning streak at the moment, isn't she? She's like the Goldberg of the women's roster in AEW. So I think she's going to continue to win and win and win. I think Tai Conti's going to put in Tai Conti, sorry.
Yes.
Do that.
Tai Conti.
There we go. I think Tai Conti's going to put in a good showing, but ultimately Jade Cargill's going to come out on top in this one.
You're like the Goldberg of Cultaholic Wrestling. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're bald! You're bald! You're a bastard, bald bastard! Anyway, I'm going for Jade Cargill because, as he says, the winning streak is continuing. I think it's at 28, as we're stood here right now.
Yeah.
So imagine if it was 28-1.
That would just
don't
not look
impress
good.
me, matcha! As the Italian Shania Twain said, that don't impress me, matcha. Jade Cargill for the win.
Next up is the AHFO, Andrade, El Idolo, Matt Hardy and Isiah Kassidy versus Sammy Guevara, Sting and Darby Allin. Who are you going for, Ross, and why?
I am going with the team with the Sting and the Darby and the other person on it, right?
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara,
There
because
we go.
that is the team who will win to give the crowd a lovely pop and a lovely cheer and the HFO, maybe,
I think this
the
is...
HFO always loses, but does the AHFO always lose? That's the question we're asking here today. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Who are you picking and why?
I think...
I'll cut you off every single time.
I'm also going to go for Sting, Darby and Sammy because I think this is where Matt Hardy has had enough of all this BS, cuts himself off from the AHFO and then will go on to team with his Broheem Just like you.
Hey, don't you talk to him. He's my bitch, okay? Eh?
He used to be my Brahim. But yes, I think we're going to see Darby, Sting, and Sammy Guevara win.
I mentioned that. Well, I forgot to mention that as well. The fact that Hardy went off into the crowd.
He
did. What was the quote? Like erratic thing.
Erratic. He's done a few things now. On Rampage, he pushed Andrade's leg off the rope as well during the TNT match too. So something's happening. Something's happening.
I'm going to take that and claim that as my own.
Cool.
That's what I said first, not Andy.
Thanks.
Next up for the AEW World Tag Team titles, we have Jurassic Express defending against reDRagon and the Young Bucks. Who are you picking and why?
I'm not going for my boys reDRagon. Whoa, calm down. I'm going for Jurassic Express to pick up the win here because there's been some tension between the Bucks, between reDRagon. We saw Cool Kyle dump Matt out of the ring.
Cool Kyle,
in the Battle Royal.
That's NXT, man.
We saw him dump
He's dead.
Matt out at the end of the Tag Team Battle Royal to get into this match. And I think the tension's going to continue here. We're going to get a little kerfuffle between the two, leading to Jungle Boy to get like a cheeky roll-up on someone, 1, 2, 3, whilst the others are distracted. And that's why I'm going for Jurassic Express.
It's all a little bit weird, isn't it? How happy and pally they were on this week's Dynamite. And I think that's a bit of a red herring, so to speak, as the French might say.
The French?
Red herring. Yes, I can see them both imploding, allowing Jurassic Express to pick up the victory. And I also think that Jurassic Express's reign hasn't really kicked off yet. So you can't be having them lose the titles already, can you? Especially to someone like Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. I mean, bloody hell, who the hell are they?
Well, not
like my bros, Matt and Nick, the Young Bucks, eh?
What's that all about?
Aruga!
Next up, we have Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Ross, who are you going for in this brutal affair?
I reckon this is the most unpredictable match of the night because, on one hand, you could have Bryan Danielson win, then both bleed, and then Bryan Danielson show Jon Moxley the way, and Moxley go, oh yes, you are the way, I should follow you. Or you could have Moxley beat Danielson and have Moxley lead Danielson into the future. Oh yes, Bryan Danielson could say, you should lead me. So I'm going to go for a flip of the coin and call for Bryan Danielson to win. Yes.
Oh.
Because of reasons.
Because of reasons. No, I do actually agree with you. I'm going to go for Bryan Danielson as well. I think we're going to get. I really want this to happen where Moxley goes for like a paradigm shift, but then. As he goes over for the rotation, Danielson turns it into that cattle mutilation thing or
Piece
something.
of piss,
that would be really
we could do that
nice.
right now, couldn't we?
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Well, go on then. No, I have to get under.
Yeah.
Look at that. Tapped him out. 1, 2, 3. Tap out. There you go. He's out cold anyway. Yeah, I'm going for Bryan Danielson in this one. It's going to be a brutal affair, don't you reckon?
Don't threaten him.
I'm not threatening him. I'm just making sure he's on his toes for you. There you go.
Next up, we have Chris Jericho taking on Eddie Kingston. Who are you picking and why?
I'm going for, and I might be silly for going for this as well, I'm going for Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho is going to get a sneaky win here. He's going to do something. We saw the fist bumps to Santana and Ortiz backstage. We all know there's been a little bit of...
That was confusing.
That was confusing, right? That was confusing. We've seen the Inner Circle just explode recently. But I think it's a swerve. I think him fist bumping Santana and Ortiz just to show, like, look, we're on the same page, right? We're all right. I'm not going to do anything to your boy Eddie Kingston. He's going to get a sneaky win. He's going to get a cheeky win. Maybe a low blow. Maybe get the bat out again. Boof, hoof, boof, doof, done. I think Chris Jericho is going to win this one.
You are terrible. Anyway, I reckon Chris Jericho will be losing.
Ooh.
I reckon that fist bumps we saw on their fist bumps we saw on this week's Dynamite, that was a red herring, but with Proud and Powerful still aligned with Eddie Kingston, luring Chris Jericho into a false sense of security, because it would make no sense, would it? Inner Circle implode, they're saying to Chris Jericho, oh, you've held us back for too long, it's time for us to spread our wings and go and win tag team gold. Why don't they go back with Chris Jericho?
That's a good point.
And they knew Eddie from the streets. The Sesame Street.
Whoa.
All the streets.
Big Bird.
Aye. Eddie Kingston is the big bird of AEW, but that's why he's going to win. And it's all been about sort of Eddie Kingston, you're not a star, I am a star, so you beat the star to build another star. So there you go.
That's the thing, though. I think Chris Jericho is going to beat him, be like, I am a star, look at me, you're nothing, Eddie Kingston. And then we build up to the massive Eddie Kingston build-up, win men, title man. Yeah!
Women title man?
No, main title man.
All right, you said women title man.
I said main title man.
Did he say women title man? You see? You said women title man.
Next up, for the Face of the Revolution ladder match, we have Keith Lee versus Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, Ethan Page, or Christian Cage as well. Who's it gonna be?
I cannot believe they're doing that match there for the final spot in this ladder match.
Yep.
Ethan Page, Christian Cage, both colder than a raw chicken breast in a fridge.
That was pretty good.
How cold are they?
They're pretty
You ever
pretty
put
cold.
on your face?
Well, I'd rather not
Me
get
neither, that'd be
salmonella.
weird. Anyway, I am going to go for... It's one of two for me. It's Wardlow or it's Keith Lee. So I'm going to go for Wardlow.
Okay.
Because of the promo we saw on this week's Dynamite where MJF said to Wardlow, hey ho, if you win the ladder match, you go on to face Sammy Guevara, you take Sammy Guevara's title, I'll let you keep it for yourself. And then he was like, Wardlow was like, oh, I've just been letting you win all the time. That's where all my concentration's been. I don't know why everyone's from Yorkshire now, but they are.
Dad?
But I reckon, yes, there's a little hint that maybe Sean Spears could cost Wardlow the match because, of course, after instructing him not to use the Powerbomb Symphony thingy, Wardlow did just that while beating Cesar Bononi on this week's Dynamite, so that could play a part. But I think Wardlow is the story we're on and invested in, build into this year's Full Gear, which is where he'll do something massive to MJF. And this is the first stop where we go, who are you picking?
I agree with you there. However, I think Sean Spears is going to screw Wardlow out of this because they're trying to
bend him over and shag him from behind, eh?
Yes. What? You throw me off this.
Continue.
I think it's going to be Keith Lee. I think Keith Lee's going to win. I think Sean Spears is going to F Wardlow in the B. That's what's going to happen. I think you bring Keith Lee in, you can't take this moment away from him. And that's the thing. I think if you take that moment away from Keith Lee, perhaps the momentum just like goes.
You know what told me not to pick Keith?
Why?
I didn't forget about Keith, everybody. But on this week's Dynamite again, we saw Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs confront him again.
We did.
Shock and horror in AEW, a backstage interview ends in interruption. It happens every single time. Anyway, the fact they did that tells me that maybe, just maybe heading forwards, Keith's first proper feud could be for the FTW title or with Powerhouse Hobbs or Team Taz as a whole.
That's a good shout though, actually. But I'm sticking with Keith Lee for this one.
You bastard. Next up, we have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Thunder Rosa. Who are you picking and why?
Oh, as much as I think, I really do think that Britt Baker's title reign at the moment is getting a little bit stale, and I do think it's time to pull the trigger on Thunder Rosa. But she won on Dynamite.
I know,
man. That really conflicted me. They've done the thing. They've done the thing that you usually don't think they will do before the show.
How WWE of you having the champion lose before the pay-per-view like that?
But that could be a double swerve though as well, Ross. That could be a double swerve trying to take it away from us, right?
These glasses are terribly constructed. I'm
going for Britt Baker to retain. And this might be a really bad decision because Thunder Rosa, like we were saying the other day, if you don't pull the trigger on Thunder Rosa now, when do you pull the trigger on Thunder Rosa?
So after this, hypothetically, where does Britt Baker go?
That's the thing. I'm not really sure. Maybe we see like Jamie Hayter build up a little bit more and then break away from that and then challenge Britt Baker, perhaps. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, I'm saying
what
Britt
they
Baker.
should do, and hopefully I'm not confusing what I want in my head with what they're going to do.
Okay.
They should have Jamie Hayter turn on Britt Baker at Revolution. What?
Careful.
What?
Careful.
Sorry?
Turn on Britt Baker. Careful.
Turning heel on Britt Baker.
Oh, turning heel on Britt Baker.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sorry.
You disgust me. Anyway, they could have her turn heel or turn face on Britt Baker or turn heel on Britt. What is it? Turn tweener on Britt Baker. I've got no idea. To help Thunder Rosa pick up the victory. Then you've got Baker going back after Rosa. You've got Rosa with Jamie Hayter in the picture as well. Britt and Jamie Hayter as well. There's lots of matches come out of that one thing.
There is. There's a lot
and that's
of
what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for Thunder Rosa to win. Not part of my prediction having Jamie Hayter like be the one to sort of be the catalyst for the win.
Yes.
But just have Thunder Rosa win the title because if she doesn't, it's that question of who it's going to be. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be?
Richard?
He can't. He's a man.
Oh.
He's a real man. Aren't you, Richard? How big's your dick, eh?
Big. Next up in a dog collar match, we have CM Punk versus MJF. Who are you going for, Ross, and why?
That segment was good, wasn't it?
It was so good.
Oh, Jesus. The last 2 weeks with MJF and CM Punk have been on a different level to anything I've seen in professional wrestling for some time. Let me tell you that for that.
Who are you going for, though?
CM Punk.
All right, there we go.
CM Punk's got to win after what happened to him on this week's Dynamite. He was beaten like a scalded dog.
A scalded dog.
A scalded dog.
Pouring ketchup from his face as well, wasn't it?
Nice, a right touch it was to have both men wear white suits while producing so much clarity, you know what I mean?
Oh, that was perfect.
Cheers.
Rubbing it all on the buds. I'm going for CM Punk as well.
It's got it, honey.
Do you know what? I would have liked to have seen this play out at Revolution, though. I would have liked to have seen it as, like, keep us on his toes a little bit more, like, oh, what's going to happen here? But yeah, I think after everything that happened, CM Punk's going to absolutely snap a Rooney.
And that's a shame, because so far in singles matches, MJF is 1-0 up. Maybe this goes on to Double or Nothing. So this could be 1-1 and have the
and then have the big one.
Where MJF should win.
Although MJF has been like, nah, I got 2 wins on you that time where it got called. Do you remember when they had the first match? And it was like, screw job. But then, no. But yeah, I'm going for CM Punk because I think this is going to light a fire in CM Punk's bum. And then it's going to get him doing the good things. Yes.
And finally, we have Hangman Adam Page defending his AEW World Championship against Adam Cole. Baby. Who are you picking and why?
Go for Page.
Baby.
I don't think Page is losing the belt yet. He's had some really good defenses so far. This is his first defense on pay-per-view, though, right? And I don't think he's going to lose it. I think so. Because we've seen him, You
forget that was the last time they had a pay-per-view when he won the bloody thing.
He did. That's mental, that, isn't it? But he's had amazing matches with Danielson and also Lance Archer as well. Like, phenomenal matches. I think they've been really good defenses. But to take the belt off Page now would be a little bit silly in my eyes. You take the momentum out of him. And Adam Cole's just been building himself up to be, like, the biggest and best heel, I think, as well, you know? So it's not the end for him yet, because I think we're going to get some Elite stuff, some Bullet Club stuff, some reDRagon stuff, maybe Paragon if they decide to call themselves that.
Oh, Paragon.
Paragon, that's what they trademarked.
I know, what does it mean?
It means, yeah, cool. It means, I'm cool. So I think Page has got to win here. I've got to go for my cowboy brethren. Who are you going for?
Makes me sick. I'm going for Hangman Page as well, because I reckon that earlier match involving reDRagon and the Young Bucks.
Yes.
Those little tiny books, that could get involved as well, and all the dissension. And maybe Jay White makes an appearance. Tony Khan said a lot of storylines will be starting at AEW Revolution, so maybe we could have the Bucks and reDRagon on a program, Hangman going somewhere else, Adam Cole going with Jay White, looking after the Young Bucks who are looking after reDRagon. Who knows what might happen? But Hangman Page's reign will not end on Sunday. That's it. You alright there, Richard? Look at him.
Such a specimen.
Stop, don't you talk about him. He's my property.
Well, you bought him out. He would have stayed, my friend, otherwise. But
you could have given him a sausage roll that only cost £1.10.
It's true.
Couldn't you? Anyway, content. Cultaholic wrestling content. Wednesday, the 9 pitches for AEW Revolution, they went live. Mine were fantastic. Andy's were long.
One was long. The rest were kind of short and to the point.
They're all good. That's why we do it. It's what we want to happen, not what we think will happen. Tonight, this is going live because you're watching it right now. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll have a Revolution-related big question at the end of the podcast. Saturday, we have a sponsored list going on. And also a big discussion where myself, Tom Campbell and Jack the Jobber have sat round a table and had an objective discussion as to who is better, AEW or WWE. Several categories were laid out on the table. We chatted about them. We voted about for one promotion or the other at the end of the discussion. That promotion got a point. Who got more points? Find out in that video. Sunday rolls around. A live stream will be taking place on this YouTube channel with Adam Pacitti. If you're a lonely man, go with Adam! Yeah! You love it! That starts when AEW Revolution does, obviously, right here on the YouTube channel. Monday morning, What Happened Up with Jack the Jobber will be live on this channel hours after Revolution goes off the air. Then at 1 p.m. GMT, little Andy here in his cute little cowboy hat. He'll be on the YouTube channel with Tom Campbell, providing a live reactionary thing to AEW Revolution.
Review show.
It was nearly there.
It was there.
Then later that afternoon, it'll be WTF moments for AEW Revolution 2022. Tuesday night reactions on the couch in this very room with myself and Andy. I might give Richard the night off there, I might not.
Maybe. I think you should.
Why?
Because he's a good man.
No.
What?
Shut up. I'll do what I want with him. Anyway, is that all the content? I can't remember.
I think that's literally everything.
Bloody hell, we make lots of videos, don't we? But that's why... Yeah, I couldn't think of a reason why. Why are we here? What is life? I don't know, do you?
I'm a cowboy, baby!
What an unbearable human being. Anyway, I've been Rossi Drip from Cultaholic Wrestling. Still your reigning and defending Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion of the world. I'll retain it once again, won't I? And take it to WrestleMania. Point at the sign in the sky.